Ladies and gentlemen, monstrous breaking news as very prominent figures are caught up in a huge gambling scheme that's rocking the NBA.
18 past the hour now, and some breaking news on this story in the NBA. Watch this now. It's still developing. It's our understanding that there are arrests being made actively as we speak. This is rocking the league. The FBI arresting a coach in Portland, as well as current and former players. We expect to learn more 40 minutes from now.
And guess who is on that list? Yes, the king himself. You know we have to talk about this. How are you good people doing, my American and foreign brothers and sisters? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys follow me up here. Follow me down here. Click this. It helps me. Thank you very much. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification that will bring down the drop box for you to select all notifications. Lastly, do not forget to go and check out my other channel called Man, Husband, Father. And everything I ask you to do on this side of my channel, make sure you do it on that side of the channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got ready. Look, I'm so just ready to get into this. We are getting ready to get into this because these are some of my favorite players out there, especially the one that's going to be named in here. And he's old school, came off as being a classy guy, a role model, somebody that always held his composure in the NBA. Chauncey Billups. Y'all, this right here is going to have to be investigated thoroughly. There's so many layers to unpeel in this big, huge, in my opinion, scam. It is a huge scam as prominent figures are named in this. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to rock the NBA and put everybody, in my opinion, on the suspect list, especially those that flopped. You know who I'm talking about too, not just him, but others as well. But anyway, without further ado, check this out.
With a news conference from the FBI. Nate Foy's live in Brooklyn, where that news conference will take place. And Nate, good morning to you. What do we know so far? Hello.
Hey, Bill, good morning. Yeah, all eyes will be on that news conference at the top of the hour, as right now we're learning at least 31 people with sports ties and mafia ties so far have been arrested as part of an FBI investigation into illegal sports betting in the NBA and also an illegal poker scheme. Now, the big names, big name coach and player, Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, as well as a lesser known player and coach, Damon Jones. So far, the three names that we know, but we'll start with Rozier. This comes after an investigation was reported by the Wall Street Journal into him, a federal investigation back in January that looked into a game back when he played for the Charlotte Hornets in 2023, where there was strange betting patterns that emerged in a game where he left early, Bill, after playing only 10 minutes with a foot injury, and there were a lot of bets on the under for his points, rebounds, and assists. So that has been reported in the investigation into Rozier. We'll learn more at 10 o'clock about the details with him. Chauncey Billups is a bit of a different case at this point, Bill. From our information, he is allegedly involved in a poker scheme with the American-Italian mafia. And then Damon Jones is a former NBA player and coach as well, arrested. And this is all related to the same investigation that ultimately landed a lifetime ban for Jonte Porter, a former player for the Toronto Raptors, who admitted to altering his performance in games so that other people could make money off of prop bets for his performance in those games. Now, the NBA investigated Rozier, and he was cleared as part of the NBA investigation, which explains why yesterday he was active for the Heat's game against the Orlando Magic. He did not play because of a coach's decision, but the federal investigation has been ongoing in the background, and we are certainly expecting, and sports fans everywhere who are concerned about the integrity of the game are really looking forward to this news conference to learn everything that we can. The NBA Commissioner Adam Silver certainly has quite a mess here on his hands, but FBI Director Kash Patel and Joe Nacella, the U.S. Attorney attorney for the Eastern District of New York, will be leading this news conference at 10, and we'll bring it here live, Bill. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Nate, thanks. Come back with more information when you get it. Just want to point one thing out. A prop bet is somewhat new. That's not when you bet a team to win or lose. It's when you bet on a single player to perform. Perhaps points, bet on more points or less points, and that seems to be at the heart of a lot of this right now. Nate, thanks for that. Dana's got more right now.
And Michelle Tafoya, former NFL sideline reporter. She also covered Chauncey in the NBA, and Donna Ratuna. She is a Fox News contributor, and it's great to have you both. Michelle, could I start with you just to set the stage for us, because this is all breaking news, and it might be kind of confusing for a lot of people, especially if there are different charges for different types of gambling all in this one fell swoop.
I was shocked about Chauncey Billups, having covered him as both a player and a coach. But his gambling accusation, as Nate mentioned, has to do with poker. So it's totally unrelated to the game. At least it seems so at this point. But as for the players Bill mentioned, at these prop bets, these are easily manipulated. And there was a guy on Twitter, on X now, who posted about that game in 2023 regarding Rozier, that got lucky that I was fed some inside info that Rozier was leaving in the first or second quarter so that his unders would hit. So these players who want to help out a buddy or affect, somebody's income can make a call and say, look, I'm not going to play that long. And they can manipulate how these bets come out. Now, I can remember a time when gambling was completely disassociated with pro sports. But not only have they accepted it, they've embraced it. When I went to turn on an NBA game last night, the sideline reporter was holding a microphone that said FanDuel on it. So FanDuel, one of the largest platforms for gambling, now televises games.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. The mafia, I mean, is somebody's life on the line? Because y'all, trust me, I'm not even gonna get deep into it, but trust me, when let's just say I know some people that know some people that know some people that have been and still are currently involved in some stuff. Anyway, it got even crazier because it always made people think, like, I know there's ways to, when I say rigged, don't think about when I mean rigged in the NBA, but I'm talking about there's ways to get somebody to foul you, ways to do things. There's all kind of tricks and things that play in the NBA. And I remembered people throwing things around, names around, and throwing like things around when it came to LeBron James. They would call him LaFlop because LeBron James always flopped. But man, for them to come out with what y'all about to hear in this particular thing, and just bear with me when it comes to LeBron James and how his name is being drugged into this. But just think about all the times that he's flopped or faked an injury and things like that. If people called him out on it, you might be thinking in the back of your head, now it all is making sense, right? I did not try to bring this up to show no goddamn on car. Anyway, LeBron James dragged into the NBA gambling scandal after a friend sold injury details to the feds. Details of LeBron James' injury statuses were sold by a pal and former Los Angeles Laker coach Damon Jones as part of a massive prop betting scheme, according to court docs and law enforcement sources. Jones, an ex-Cleveland Cavalier player and unofficial assistant coach for the Lakers during the 2022-2023 season, sent the message to one of the betting ring members on February 9, 2023, urging him to place a large bet on the Lakers' opponent, the Milwaukee Bucks, because James would be out with an injury that night. Yeah, there he is right there. Damon Jones. Y'all see me going through it? Get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight before the information is out, Jones texted, according to the indictment. The player, whom sources identified as James, did not play after reporting a lower body injury, and the Lakers lost. Jones, a longtime friend of James, who played with him on the Cavs earlier in James' career. Jones also separately received $2,500 for hawking a supposed injury tip, which turned out to be bogus, about another Lakers player before January 15, 2024 game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Court papers say that Jones claimed to have learned from the Lakers trainer that one of the Lakers' best players during the 2023-2024 season was injured and only going to play a limited amount of minutes that night. Jones told co-defendant Eric Spook, Ernest, who shared the tip with Marv's Fairley, who touted himself online as a successful sports bettor who used the moniker Vizino Locks, I guess, the court papers say. Fairley then placed a $100,000 bet against the Lakers. However, the star player played in the game. All The star player played in the game after all, and the Lakers won 112-105. The mystery player was not named, but the Lakers were led into scoring that night by multi-time all-time star Anthony Davis, who put up 27 points that night in the win. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you right now, there is no way that you're going to have access to information like that and then for things to fall right into exactly what he said what would happen. Trainer says somebody's only going to play half the time tonight. Somebody said, I'm going to make a bet that LeBron James, da-da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, LeBron James doesn't play that second half because of an injury. Yeah. I just think about so many different games and things like that we all just look at like, how? How? So if we were pissed off and mad about how the referees were rigging games by calling fouls and things like that, then who knows that a lot of these people that are part of the NBA right now, I'm talking about players and all, how do we know that they're not all involved in this huge thing, this huge scheme? This is crazy. Anyway, this is something that's rocking the NBA. Their ratings and all that stuff were already going down. The commissioner has a lot on his hands right now, but thus far, to you that are huge sports fans in this thing, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. Do you think LeBron James is in it? And even if he is, do you think because of how big of a star he is, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that nothing is going to come back to him like Puff Daddy? Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it right there. Let me know what y'all thoughts are on this thus far. Do not forget to do what y'all see in these elements right here that will greatly help my channel. The next video that I will be doing after this one in chronological order is going to be up there. Things as of yesterday right here. If you have not subscribed, which I don't know why, click this. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothes. And most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.